Hi guys, on this episode we are going to start primering, painting, cleaning up. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Okay, if you see last week's episode, you can see we finished off the boat, gave it a quick clean. But this week, I'm gonna acetone it all up now, tack cloth it, get the plastic wrapped around the sides. Finally, don't know why it's taking me so long, I've put a light up. I think it's just for the painting because it's gonna be quite dark and I don't want to keep moving the light around, even though I'm going to have to on some patches. But yeah, finally this is going to be painted. It's going to look completely different by the end of today. Get the first coat of primer on, like I said, let that cure. Look over the boat, see if there's any imperfections, go over that with some filler if there's none. Then we'll get the second coat of primer on. I think I only need to put 2 coats of primer. I'll put 2 coats of primer on this, 3 coats on the bottom, so I think 2 will be fine. So yeah, let's get straight into it, clean it up. Okay, and that is all acetone, well, hoovered, acetoned, tack cloth all over it. As you see, I put the plastic on. I should have done this a long time ago as well. Should have put this on. It is thin material, but it would probably just kept the dust off a little bit, but that's all it would have done. I haven't caused any damage. Camera work and lighting might be a little issue on this. I'll try my best. But it's going to be awkward when I start because the lighting's right over there. It's screwed into the wood, and I don't really want to keep moving and screwing into this wood. I think we'll want to do so I'll try and get a lighting up there or something to reflect off of this. But anyway, yeah, so I said last week or the week before, primer is hempel. I'm gonna use this because I had this anyway. Got 5 litres of it. It's basically a 2-to-1 mixture. I'm gonna do a litre, so what's that, like 666 of one and 333 mils of the other. I think I've got enough not to worry about putting thinners in. I think I'm going to do the first coat, see how it goes, or see how it mixes. If it is too thick, I might add a couple percent in, not too much, because I want this to be a nice thick coat really, but not too thick that I have to do a lot of sanding. So yeah, got everything. Probably start on one side, a bit like I've been doing on cleaning, but start on that side, starboard side, work my way around, do the ceiling, work around here, and then jump inside, get the dash done, and then work my way back to the splash well. Probably take a couple hours, but it will look different. So yeah, let's go for it. Okay, and that is the first primer on. Took about 4, maybe 5 hours. Is a long time to go in the all grooves and everything. Used about 2.3, 2.4 litres, so still got half left, which is perfect. Already you can see how much it's brightened it up just through the time lapse, and that looks really good. Obviously that was orange and that's disappeared. Went on really good. Like I said, I'll let this cure now today, come back tomorrow and see if we can see any imperfections. I think I found a couple on the roof where the bar goes. I think that it's just a little bit in, but I will double check it. This stuff dries pretty quick, to be honest with you, or cures, because it's 2-part. This is where I started, and that is dry, so that's good. But anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, new day. So yeah, where we left off yesterday, obviously all this is painted now, all dry, cured. It's recommended now that I sand like I did with the bottom between coats, so I think that's what I'm going to do. Obviously there's little bits here and there that's, you can just feel a little bump, maybe it cut a little bit of dust or something come on it, from anywhere really. Could even come from the roller. I've looked at these imperfections and I don't think there's much to worry about, to be honest with you. I think I would love to get the second coat on. I think sometimes the lighting from the different colours makes it look a bit like it's an imperfection, but I've got down, looked at it eye level, and it actually seems alright. So yeah, sand this down, get a second coat on. That will then show me if I do need to, and if it means I do, which will probably be only this roof section here, if there is any little bits. Then all I have to do is focus on that, primer and that, instead of thinking, oh, I've got to do the whole boat again. If I can get it over and done with today, then it made me feel better anyway. But you can see I'm in my socks now. It already makes it look so much different. I reckon the second coat will get rid of any of these patches. So yeah, I'm afraid it's going to be a 180 grit. A quick scuff. I don't need a sand, it's just a quick scuff over. But yeah, we'll get straight into that. Okay, that is all 180 grit. Shut all the front up now. Acetoned it and tack clothed it so it's nice and clean, or should I say dust free. So I think I'm going to jump straight into painting it again. Looks pretty good with the 180. I'm glad I did it because there was a couple of bits on it and it just stood out, which I did with the bottom anyway. 180 every layer, so once I've done this layer of primer, I will go over quickly with a 180. Then after that it would be in the top coat, Again 180 after that, then the final top coat. Like I said, 2 layers of top coat. So I'm going to jump straight in, mix up probably a litre of the paint, start exactly the same side I started before, and just work my way around, then jump inside, do all this, and then come to the splash well. So yeah, let's go for it. Okay, and that is the second coat of primer on. Looks a lot better. The obviously you can see the orange has started to fade even more. Almost disappeared now. There is a couple patches that I need to sand down on the other side. I think on the first coat I went too heavy because I managed to do all that in just over 1 litre. So 2.3. I think obviously the deck probably would help out with the paint going in a little bit, but definitely went way too thick. It looks so much better. Obviously I'd done the 180 beforehand. Yeah, there was just a couple little drips that I didn't notice when I was sanding. I think there was just a couple there, you probably can't see it. And looking at the deck when I was painting, I think it's more this side that the holes need filling a little bit more. Obviously I will double check tomorrow, because tomorrow what I'm thinking is a non-painting day. Basically sand all this at 180 perfect, get every single little thing I can find, get it ready for the first top coat. Basically just preparation now, because the 2 coats of primer is on all over, so it's only going to be a little bit that I need to pick up on, and like I said, fill and sand a little bit, and then I've got enough primer left over now to go over them a couple times. It's now time to get it, like I said, perfection, well, to how best I can do it, because once the first top coat goes on, really you shouldn't be messing around with any imperfections or anything like that. It should be get the first coat on 180, that should be smooth as anything, and then you get the final coat on to make it look like a mirror. But anyway, enough talking. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, new day, all cured. I've just looked over the boat, and if I quickly go around the corner, so it is one side, I don't know if the camera can pick it up good enough, but you can just see here, there's just a slight indent. I think there's two, one here, one up there. The other three seem okay, and maybe a little bit needs topping up here. So yeah, I think today's going to be sand it down, 180 grit, get it nice, and just fill in anything I can see, because there are a few imperfections like this that I need to fill in. They're sort of all over the place, to be honest with you. Some of the primer filled it in a little bit, but not as good as what I wanted. And last thing I want to do is get the top coat on and that'll show through again and show through again. It's just not worth when I could just spend today just filling them in a little bit. I've got so yeah, there's that. Also, what I've decided with the windows is, because I've got 3 windows with the frame, I don't know if I've already said this actually. It's got the frame already built in on it. All I need to do is replace the perspex or glass, whatever I decide. And the only ones that didn't have it was this, but what I've done is I went online and I ordered a sample, and I've managed to find a C frame, well, not a C frame, it's like a Y frame or whatever you want to call it. Slightly smaller. Where's the original? So this is the original. It is slightly smaller, but I think that might actually work out in my favour, because when I pull it against here, it won't stand out as much. This, obviously they're going to be painted black, and that one will obviously blend in with the stripe. So actually this will look like a nice profile. So I'm going to order some of that today, and that'll be all I've got to do is cut the angles then, which is, it'll be great fun, but once it's done, it's done. It's going to be a nice solid frame bolted in. I just decided against the perspex with the silicone and 3M tape that I've seen. I just think this is a better system, stronger, bolted in. It won't come apart. Obviously it's going to be siliconed in anyway, but it's getting to that point now where I need to start ordering now for when I'm finishing all of this up. Windscreen material should be here this week sometime, so then we can start building that as well. But yeah, so anyway, back to what I'm doing today. I'm going to sand it down, fill in all of it in. I've got enough primer to go over it tomorrow, which is annoying in one way because it means I've got to wait an extra day, but I want to make it as best as I can. Once that's done, really it's 180 over the patches that I've gone over with primer, and we'll get the first coat of top coat on this week. But yeah, let's jump straight into sanding. Okay, that is all sanded down. As you can see, I've sanded a little bit more on that because I noticed on the camera actually was a little bit bumpy, and you can see how much it's just as thin as paint really, but now that is nice and smooth and flat. I just noticed it just stuck out a little bit. Sanding that down did take away the indent a tiny little bit, so I think the next step is obviously get some epoxy primer, epoxy filler, which I have researched. I can put, as long as I sand it and scuff it like I have done here, it's fine to go on top, and it's the same make, same company, so that should be alright. There is a few of these little indents that I've found, so I'm going to have to, I think what I'm going to do is fill as much as I can today. Everywhere I can see, I'm just going to spend the whole day doing it, and then I think hopefully I've got just over 1 litre in there. I'm thinking the worst of it is the outside with those little indents. All the inside seems to be fine, so I'll probably give it an extra coat of primer after this one. That and then that will close it off. Like I said, I'll spend most of the day just finding every single little thing, filling it, sand it down tomorrow, and like I said, I reckon I get at least 1 coat on the whole of the outside. If I've got enough, I will do a second coat, another coat inside as well, just to go overkill a bit. But yeah, so let's start cleaning and then filling. Okay, new day. As you see yesterday, I've done all the filling now. Any little bits that I could find. That stuff is a bit different. I bought the tubes on that one instead of the bigger tins. And this one is obviously an epoxy filler. So is the other one, but it says it on the box on that one. And what I found with this stuff, one, it's obviously a different colour, but it was a bit runnier, and it just smoothed out and went on there so much better. Anyway, so the main focus today is we get these sanded down, and then clean it and get the last coat of primer on. I'm just going to mix it all, whatever's left in the tins, and just try and focus on the outside, obviously, and if I've got enough, do the inside. But if I can get a 3rd coat of primer on all of this, that'd be great, and a lot more, yeah, whatever it is, I can't even think. So yeah, let's get to sanding that down, cleaning, and then I'm going to jump straight into painting. Okay. Okay, and that is 3 coats of primer. I didn't actually make it to the bottom, but then what I was thinking is focus on the sides up there, the dashboard, this side and this side, and I've done a couple in here because I also done the seating, as you can see, because this is actually going to be non-slip paint, so that's actually going to have extra paint. So I probably didn't actually have to give it so many coats. The same with the decking walkway here. Probably didn't need so many coats because it will have the non-slip again, but it's all starting to look good. That's probably going to be it for this week. Video's quite long already. Next week we'll get the primer sanded to 180, and we should be able to finish the 2 coats of top coat nice and easy. We've got a couple good weeks of weather coming up, so that's fine. The aluminium for the windows are turning up this week, or should I say next week. Same as the windscreen, they've sent that out earlier, so that should turn up as well. It's all starting to come together now. I mean, once this top coat's on, that is literally what we're going to be doing, is putting it all back on, putting it all together. So it's coming along nicely. It's looking really good. But yeah, so I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Cheers.